Moving on now to Turkey, where a major fire swept through several floors of a hospital building there in western Istanbul. Patients were hurriedly evacuated from the hospital building, and buildings in the vicinity were also evacuated as firefighters and ambulances rushed to the spot. Visuals from the scene showed people being rescued from the building and being moved to safety. No immediate casualties have been reported from the deadly blaze, as more details are still awaited. Let's go straight across now to Mohsin Mughal, senior journalist joining us from Turkey for more on this. Appreciate your speaking with us. Mohsin, what's the latest that we have at this point?
Well, the latest we are hearing from the ground report is that there are nearly 35 fire trucks and about 120 firefighters who have been attending to the blaze for the last couple of hours. What is good to learn is that there are no serious injuries. Nearly 70 patients were immediately rescued and moved out of the hospital. The governor of Istanbul, Wasip Sahin, has actually spoken to the media and informed them that the fire has partially been brought under control. In terms of casualties, there is none so far, and the authorities were on the ground believe and are hopeful that there won't be any casualties immediately as well. 70 patients were evacuated. What we know at the moment is that it's not a very serious incident, although when you look at the pictures, the multi-story hospital presents obviously a big fire with smoke looming out. The source it has yet to be established, but we know that mostly it was the building's exterior cladding that was engulfed in the fire, which started somewhere at its roof. Now, this is Ghazi. This is a hospital in Ghazi Osman Pasha district on the European side of the Istanbul city, which is quite significant. It's one of the largest hospitals in Istanbul, and also it has got a lot of footfall. It's got a large emergency service. And usually it's visited by lots of people in Istanbul. But the good thing is that we so far know that there are no serious casualties, and the fire has partially been brought under control, and obviously 120 people, firefighters, are attending to the situation as I speak. What is important to mention here, Molly, is that Istanbul has a very well-knit firefighting mechanism. The city is partially hilly, but the network of firefighting and emergency measures is quite very well laid, and looks like that has come really handy at this situation. You can see, as we know, Istanbul often has traffic blockades and congested roads, but that doesn't seem to have come in the way of the rescue operations this time around.
Mohsin, before we let you go, how long has the fire raged on for, and how many floors are we looking at that have seen the fire spreading onto them?
Well, we don't know the exact number of the floors, but what we know that the fire started at the roof, and then it came down through the cladding. Interiors of the hospital haven't burned as such, because it was the cladding that caught fire and which came down, and that's why you can see the exterior of the hospital building burning. So, yes, the smoke, as the authorities told the media outside of the hospital, the smoke had engulfed most of the floors, but they are yet to ascertain what the source of fire was. At the moment, we can just say maybe 4 or 5 of floors starting from the top. Probably the cladding has caught fire, so we don't know of any serious damages at the moment.
All right, we're going to leave it there for the moment. Mohsin Mughal getting us the very latest on that fire. As he was just mentioning, this is one of the largest hospitals there in Istanbul. More than 100 firefighters there in position to evacuate those racing against time and trying to evacuate as many people as possible. But the good thing to note here is that no immediate casualties have been reported. Given the footfall that the hospital receives on a daily basis, that's definitely one positive news that's coming in from that incident. As we can see those visuals telling us of how massive the fire is, several floors close to 5 floors, as Mughal was just telling us.